Hello, wonderful person. This is Chris for the Informed Stoner, and it's Wednesday morning and time for our morning report. Today's morning report comes from apnews.com. Oklahoma voters say no to recreational marijuana question. Boo! My opinion. Oklahoma voters rejected a state question Tuesday to allow for the recreational use of marijuana following a late blitz of opposition from faith leaders, law enforcement, and prosecutors. Bleh. Bullcrap in my opinion, but hey. People get a vote for what they want, and if that's what they voted for, that's what they voted for. Oklahoma would have become the 22nd state to legalize adult use of cannabis and join the conservative states like Montana and Missouri that have approved similar proposals in recent years. Many conservative states have also rejected the idea, including Arkansas, North Dakota, and South Dakota last year. Republican Governor Kevin Stitt and many of the state's GOP legislators, including nearly every Republican senator, opposed the idea. Former Republican Governor Frank Keating, an ex-FBI agent, and Terry White, the former head of Oklahoma Department of Mental Health and Substance Abuse Service, led the No campaign. We're pleased the voters have spoken, said Pat McFerrin, the Republican political strategist who ran the opposition campaign. We think it sends a clear signal to the voters who are not happy with the recreational nature of our medicinal system. We also think it shows voters recognize the criminal aspects as well as the need for addressing mental health needs of the state. What criminal aspects? The only criminal aspects of marijuana is the selling of it when it's illegal. It's not like crack, you're not out robbing people for freaking to get a nug of bud, man. It's ridiculous. Oklahoma voters already approved medical marijuana in 2018 by 14% points, and the state has one of the most liberal programs in the country, with more than 2,800 licensed dispensaries and roughly 10% of the state's adult population having a medical license to buy and consume cannabis. Okay, well, if it's already so why can't I say the word proliferant? Jeez, one of them words sometimes, man. If it's already out there so much, why is it such a big deal? I don't know. Just my opinion. Obviously, everyone has their own opinion. Why don't you leave yours down below? And while you're at it, go ahead and drop a like and subscribe. That would really help me out, and I would appreciate it immensely. Thanks so much. On Tuesday's legislation question, the no side was outspent more than 20-1, with supporters of the initiative spending more than $4.9 million compared to about $219,000 against last minute campaign finance reports show. State question 820, the results in the signature gathering drive last year, was the only item on the statewide ballot, and early results showed very heavy opposition in rural areas. Oklahoma is a law and order state, it said. Okay. I mean, I respect a law and order state for sure, but again, I don't know what this has to do with anything. In the statement after Tuesday's vote, I remain committed to protecting Oklahomans, and my admission will continue to hold bad actors accountable and crack down on illegal marijuana operations in our state. Again, wouldn't be illegal marijuana operations if it was legal. Just saying. The proposal, as passed, would have allowed anyone over the age of 21 to purchase and possess up to 1 ounce of marijuana plus concentrates and marijuana-infused products. No problem. I don't personally see a problem with this. Recreational sales would have been subjugated to 15% excise tax on top of the standard sales tax. The excise tax would be used to help fund local municipalities, the court system, public schools, substance abuse treatment, and state general revenue fund. All great things that should be funded. The prospect of having more Oklahomans smoking anything, including marijuana, didn't sit well with Mark Grossman, an attorney who voted against the proposal Tuesday at the Crown Heights Christian Church in Oklahoma City. Cool story, bro, but you know what? What your opinion of what other people should be doing? Yeah, you know where to stick it. I was a no vote because I'm against smoking. Good for you. Tobacco smoking was a huge problem for my family. Again, good for you. I don't see why that allows you to pass judgment on everybody else. So what? Do you drink? I'm against alcohol. Not against it. I just don't prefer it myself. I don't care if other people drink, but that doesn't mean I'm going to vote against it and say that you shouldn't be able to drink just because I don't like it. It's ridiculous. The low barriers for entry into Oklahoma's medical marijuana industry has led to a flood of growers. processors and dispensary operators competing for a limited number of customer support, and hoped the state's marijuana industry would be buoyed with a rush of out-of-state customers. Well, I doubt that. Particularly from Texas, which has close to 8 million people, in the Dallas-Fort Worth area, just a little more than an hour drive from the Oklahoma border. Okay, so they're hoping that a lot of people from another place that it's illegal or whatever, or isn't recreational, are going to come over and buy weed and take it back. That's not really cool. I mean, I get it though. I can't really say, because if I lived in Texas, I would probably did that. It had that be the case, but yeah. Michelle Tilley, campaign director for Yes on 820, said despite Tuesday's results, full marijuana legalization was inevitable. I agree with this. It is going to happen, and it needs to happen on a federal level. But I know a lot of people are against it, and a lot of people are for it. She noted that almost 400,000 Oklahomans already use marijuana legally, and many thousands more use it illegally. Well, I'm sure that the number of illegal users well over the 400,000. Because most people don't want to let other people know. So they're not going to be like, I'm going to go get my medical card. They're just going to stay under the system. A two-tiered system where one group of Oklahomans is free to use the product and the other is treated like criminals does not make logical sense, she said in a statement. Here. I agree with this. It should be, in my opinion, obviously, fully legal federally. But again, my opinion. Anyhow, again, leave a comment below. Let me know your take on all of this, and have a good morning. Sorry, I don't even know what time it is at the point. It's too early. Anyhow, have a good morning.